Amazon Web Services made $17 billion last quarter alone. In this video, I'm gonna tell you about a project that, due to recent market conditions and the market being at a severe discount, this project is sitting just about the same price that private sale investors got into it, and it has massive room for potential upside. Pokt Network is the Web3 solution to Amazon Web Services, looking to put it out of business. And with the transformation of everything going from Web 2 to Web 3, I am very bullish on this project with its ability to offer decentralized web infrastructure to all Web3 products. Guys, my name is Chasse. I've been in crypto for 10 years. On this channel, we go into deep dives about the best new projects in crypto and tell you everything that you need to know in the world of blockchain. And guys, make sure that you stay tuned to the very end, because at the end, I'm gonna tell you some of the projects that are already taking advantage of Pokt Network's web infrastructure and why you should probably start looking at these, because decentralization is absolutely paramount to everything that we're doing here in Web3. And so if you're excited to learn about Pokt Network, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let's get into Pokt Network. Guys, what if I were to tell you that up to 60% of all the Ethereum nodes today are running through AWS? That is kind of scary to know, because if Amazon, for whatever reason, wanted to shut down all the Ethereum nodes, we would lose 60+% of validation and security of Ethereum. That is a scary thing to think about, right? So Pokt Network is enabling us to actually run things like Ethereum nodes, Solana nodes, all kinds of infrastructure for up to many different layer ones and layer zeros, and do it in a decentralized, permissionless way. So you could compare Pokt Network to something like TCP, which is Transmission Control Protocol on Web 2. TCP is used for organizing data between the server and the client. It establishes rules and standards of how information is communicated over the entire internet. TCP, like all good infrastructure, runs in the background. The end user has no idea that they're actually using it. It just exists and makes our internet work. Imagine if 20 years ago, you could have invested in the internet itself, or if when Amazon Web Services became a business in itself, if you could have just invested in the early days or the seed or private round in Amazon Web Services alone as a business. Before I tell you just how massive AWS is, besides the fact that I did tell you it was $17 billion last quarter, but when I compare it to Amazon's overall revenue model, you will be blown away. But first, what is AWS? So currently in Web 2, you need to set up your own AWS or Amazon Web Services to run things like APIs, application programming interface, or just a way for a program or an application to communicate with a central server. The problem is that AWS is centralized, running on Amazon servers. They're just enormous server houses, like warehouses or just huge buildings filled with computers that are basically have all of the web's data and backends hosted on them, but it's completely centralized. And this is a central point of failure. Again, the whole point of decentralization is to remove central points of failure. You know, in my MetaMask video, I talked about the fact that MetaMask connects to Ethereum through Infura and Amazon, and stores their services on AWS. And we've already seen the problem of this, where MetaMask is blocking sanctioned countries, and they turned off all of Venezuela on accident when they tried to block Russia. Nonetheless, they shouldn't be blocking anybody on a Web3 protocol, because Web3s are permissionless, decentralized, peer-to-peer, and they should be censorship resistant, but they are not currently. This is a problem. I bet you guys think that Amazon makes either most of its money through things like drop shipping, you know, where someone creates their own business on Amazon, or selling their products themselves, or maybe Amazon Echo, or all the different things that Amazon has in the e-commerce side of things. But Amazon Web Services dramatically overtook the sales of Amazon e-commerce last year, which is absolutely mind-boggling. They're making more money selling server services than the actual e-commerce platform itself. So this should give you a little bit of perspective about how much potential something like Pokt Network has. So similar to AWS, Pokt Network also sits in between the blockchain itself and the application layer. Pokt allows people to set up and run their own nodes to connect to different blockchains, and every time that your node relays information to a certain application from a certain blockchain, you are rewarded in Pokt token. So it's actually incentivizing people to set up and run their own nodes. And the incentive mechanism comes from people who are running Pokt Network are actually using Pokt as a payment method for using your node to access information. Let's just walk through the Pokt Network homepage, and you can see some of the things that they're doing, some of the claims that they're making. You can see here that they are currently connected to Ethereum, Harmony, Solana, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, Gnosis Chain, Fuse, Polygon, IoTex, Pocket, Algorand, OKX Chain, Boba Network, which is layer 2, Phantom, Evmos, and many more. And in the last 7 days, they have over 47,000 active nodes, over 6 billion weekly relays, and over 40 networks that they're operating on. So they're highlighting the fact that you should rely on a protocol, not a business, right? So a decentralized protocol like Pocket Network versus Amazon Web Services. And essentially what they're saying is that businesses seek profit and carry costs that protocols do not. Relying on a business means that you're paying for more than you need to. You will have downtime and you may even be shut down. Pocket Network is a protocol, not a business. You'll never pay more than you need to. You'll always have uptime and you will be unstoppable. So essentially what they're saying is someone like Amazon Web Services needs to buy all of that equipment to store all of that data and process all that transactions. That's why they have huge warehouses and a lot of overhead on things that like electricity, like hardware, and employees, things like that. Plus it's centralized, so you need to worry about being shut down. They're under the control of the government, things like that. And what Pocket Network is saying is that, guys, because we don't need all of this stuff that I just mentioned, your costs are gonna be exponentially less using a protocol and you'll have 100% uptime. That's a huge value add to anyone looking to run a Web3 business. They're claiming to be a public good built by developers, maintained by its users. And some of the highlights that they're saying is unstoppable, censorship resistant, will run forever. Whereas things that even like Google has lots of downtime, Amazon has lots of downtime, and it means that you can get paid passive revenue just to run your own Pocket Network node. Running a node on Pocket Network has its advantages over choosing to run a node on any particular network for revenue. For example, we've seen that Solana goes down quite often. So if you're running a node on Solana and it has downtime, you're actually not going to be producing any revenue during that downtime. But if you're running a node in Pocket Network, it connects to all these different networks, and wherever you're relaying information to, whether it's Boba or whether it's Polygon or whether it's Ethereum or Solana, you're gonna get paid for all of those relays that your node does, regardless of the network it's on. And of course, if Solana goes down, that doesn't matter because there's over 40 other networks that it's connected to where you're producing passive revenue by relaying information to the applications. And from this graph, you can see that from January to March of 2021 until October to December of 2021, the network is growing massively because people realize if you're building Web3, you really need infrastructure like this. Here's a tweet from Michael O'Rourke, who is the founder and CEO of Pocket Network. He says, a global network of 45,000 nodes is serving 1 billion relays a day. 10 months ago, Pocket Network was doing only 5 million. Explosive growth, guys, explosive growth. So this is really, really huge. And when I ask people, most people haven't heard of Pocket Network yet, which means that, again, I'm bringing you another project that even though it has incredibly strong fundamentals, it is still relatively unknown. And at today's price, right now as of recording, the price of one Pocket token is around 18 cents. The private sale for this was 15 cents. So essentially, you guys are getting in today, have the ability to buy the same price as big VCs got in. And your tokens will be 100% unlocked today to do what you want to. So guys, as of the time of recording right now, it costs about $2,700 to run a Pocket node. Now, there are different infrastructure providers or node operators that if you don't want to take the time to learn how to run your own node, you can do it through paying somebody to do that. Last time I talked to Michael, the CEO of this project, he told me that node operators were earning up to 100 Pocket per day. And when I talked to him, the price of Pocket Network was sitting just over $1. So they were generating about $100 a day, which means that in a month, you would get your initial investment back if the value of this project goes back to over $1. It takes 15,000 Pocket tokens to run a node, but if you don't have 15,000 Pocket tokens, you can just join a pool that will also run nodes for you. They take a small fee on your behalf, but it enables you to earn passive income with a much lower barrier to entry. So in conclusion, Pocket Network is absolutely essential for Web3 and decentralized access to these different layer 1 blockchains. I am incredibly bullish on it. I told you guys about Web3 wallets and how they are using it. And when I first started telling people about Web3 wallets and how they will actually create a decentralized wallet for Web3, I got a lot of messages and people being very skeptical that this was going to be possible because of Infura and the AWS. But we now know, because of what I've told you, and I've educated those people who were coming out and making claims that it wasn't possible, and they've opened their eyes to Pokt Network, and now they are taking a look to implement it in their applications as well, which makes me, again, incredibly bullish, guys. If you like this video, if you like the style, let me know in the comments below. If there's anything that you think I missed, disagree with, agree with, or if you're excited about Pokt Network, let me know in the comments below, or what other kind of videos you'd like me to make. I would appreciate it. I will be reviewing them. And guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.